Okay, I want to welcome everybody tonight to our July exhibit comment night. It is July the 16th, 2026. And I want to welcome a couple of people here. We've got Sherry Halstead in the house. Sherry's going to be joining the club, join the club. Blah, I can't talk tonight. She's going to be rejoining the club. She's been away for a year or so, and we want to make sure we welcome her back. And then we've got, I think, a visitor down here, the FNSHE. Can you turn on your mic and introduce yourself, please? FNSHE?
When we just started the meeting, there was a feedback, and I think it was her, so she may be reluctant to come on because she was
Okay.
in the feedback loop.
All right. Well, welcome to FNSHE. Hopefully, we will show you a little bit about our club today. This is one of the meetings. We have a meeting next week, which will be a special presentation for members only. This meeting is our exhibit comment where the members have submitted up to 2 images a week ago, and they have been prejudged by our 2 pros and one of our members, and we will be commenting on them. We give out the raw score, and then we comment on them. And this is primarily our, like I said, very educational type of setup for this particular meeting.
Lynn,
Yeah.
Lynn, can I interject something? Looking at FNSHE, I wonder if that isn't a duplicate for Feng Shen.
It
I
might
was
be.
suspecting the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is duplicate for me.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Let me get rid of this one.
That's why there's feedback.
How to delete this?
All right, I'm moving it. I'm removing it. All right, that should solve that problem. Okay, so it looks like our guest didn't make it. We had a guest. Somebody was had asked me about joining us tonight and taking a look at what we're doing, and I don't see her here. But anyway, let's keep going on. We got a few announcements to do. So the assignments coming up are in August, breaking a pattern. September is negative space, and October is high key. If you aren't sure about those, Jim did a wonderful video on those a couple of months ago, and if you want to see that video, it is on the website in the meeting space. So go to archive video meetings, and that is like the second one down. After tonight, it'll be the second one down, or the third one down. So good, relatively short and to the point, and the music is lovely, and Jim did a great job with that video. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. And then November's assignment is retro 70s look, portrait or group photo. So there's a big, nice description on the website about that. Take a look at that because it sounds tough, but it probably not as tough as it sounds. Basically put on your psychedelic, no, not your psychedelic, psychedelic would be 70s, your psychedelic outfit, your headband, and your what were those things, pants with bell bottom pants, and and then just make it look like it's taken with a Polaroid camera, and you're good to go.
Okay, so
pants.
Lynn, I have a question about that because I happen to be going to a 70s birthday party this weekend, which is perfect. So people dancing, people in costume. I mean, what are we looking at?
No, it should be a portrait, like a portrait.
Portrait or group photo.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Perfect.
So
Okay.
make them stand still.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look back through your old family albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ideas.
I don't want to see myself in the 70s. I was so thin. All right. Education nights. Our next one is next week is our last special presentation for the year. It is Karen Waller who's going to be coming to us from Australia in the future, because she will be speaking to us at her house. It'll be in the morning on Friday, and she's going to be talking about ICM in the studio, which she does a lot of. Hopefully, she's going to also share some of her drone pictures, which are amazing. I want to go to her and do her workshop so bad. August will be our peer and beer, and I'll get into that in a minute. There will not be a Zoom education night in August. We'll be meeting at the pier in St. Petersburg to shoot and to have fun at the bar. September is a to be determined yet. We haven't quite figured out what we're going to do there. We'll come up with something though shortly. And then October is our member takeover night. I need people to volunteer for a 7 to 10 minute talk on whatever you want to, as long as it's photography related. So be thinking about that, and because I'm going to start bugging you about this heavy duty in another few weeks. So hopefully we had I think 6 last year, and I think 7 or 8 the year before. So we'd like to get enough to fill up a regular education night, which is 90 minutes. So be thinking of it. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. It could be something relatively simple, but something you can talk about in 7 to 10 minutes.
Lynn, have you?
We have, if you guys didn't make it to Dunedin, I'm going to have a video on that at the end of the announcements, but we had a great time. It was a little hot, but we had a great time at Frank's house having pizza with he and his wife. And they did a great job hosting us, and I think they got a lot more people there than they thought, even though they had pizza left over. I'm sure. You still eating pizza, Frank? Oh no, you're not eating pizza.
No, I'm still shedding pizza though.
Yeah.
Well, your wife was delightful, and tell her
Thank you.
My plant is doing very well.
Will do. Yeah, I wanted to say I thank you to everybody who came, because it was really fun for us as well. It was good. Thank you.
Okay, so our next outing is this Saturday, and it's at the Imagine Museum. I sent out an email last week with all the details on it. It's on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning. We're going to, be inside, so we don't have to be out in the hot weather. It is a $10 per person fee, and includes they're going to give us a tour of the one floor for about an hour. And then after that, we'll probably spend another hour wandering around the rest of the museum. It also includes a 10% off at the gift shop if you want to partake of any gifts there. And then we'll try to see if we can find a place for lunch afterwards, because we'll finish up just before noon, and see if we can find a place to have lunch if everybody wants to go eat lunch. And I need some idea of how many people are going to be going on Saturday. Can you guys raise your hands if you're going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Diana, are you going? You're muted.
I can't. I'll be in
Okay.
Sarasota.
Hey, Ron, are you going to go, or Roy? Unmute yourselves.
This is
Lynn,
Roy.
I'm going.
Thank you.
Roy, are you going?
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I stepped away.
Yeah, who are you going to the museum on Saturday? I need a head count.
This Saturday, no, I
Okay.
won't be able
All right.
to.
So what did I say? 10?
I thought
And
you
this is
were
Roy. No, thank you.
Everybody put your hand up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 14. We're good. Okay.
Lynn, did you
Sylvia?
count?
Lynn, I'm going. I can't find my little.
Okay. So we got probably 15, Sylvia, if you want to call her and let her know.
Okay.
Sylvia set this up, so we can thank Sylvia for this.
And if you hate it, I don't want to hear about it.
We won't hate it.
With Susan, if you hate
This is a kind of a place where you can't take your tripod or a monopod or anything like that, because it's glass, guys. It's art glass. But you can I would say, get a zoom lens, and you can do macro type of stuff, abstracts. You can do ICMs, which are cool in places like that, or zoom your lens in and out while the shutter's open. That's the kind of cool things you can do at these places, besides just take the pictures of the, we don't want to just take pictures of the glass. It's, that's somebody else's art. We want to do derivatives of their art. So keep that in mind when you're out there. The next outing will be on August. Like I mentioned earlier, is on our education night in August, which is 8/27, a Thursday night. We will be meeting at the St. Pete Pier, and I will be sending out more details on that later. but just put it on your calendar. That's not a Zoom night. It is a in-person night on the 27th of August. Leslie, can you talk about the we've had a Facebook page for a while, and we've sort of let it flounder around, and Leslie and I have been working on bringing it back to life again. So you want to give them some details on that as quickly as you can?
Okay, it's out there on Facebook.
I actually saw it yesterday. I was looking at your page, Leslie, and somehow or other I saw the Tampa Bay Camera Club, and I'm like, you mean this thing has been up here for a while?
Yeah, it was up. It was up before. Yeah, we're reviving that, and we had to work out some issues on who could look at it and just things like that. There are a couple of ideas that I had that I haven't talked with Diana about yet, but just maybe highlighting one of the club members each month or every 2 weeks, because we got a lot of people. Every 2 weeks, if you want, it's not, I won't take anything unless you want it. The picture that we have for our the picture that is for the page, maybe some kind of way get somebody that we want to put on there. Like I say, haven't quite decided on that part yet.
Yeah.
But do go.
Yeah, right now it's got the logo with our new mission statement, by the way, on the header on the Facebook page, and it is. Let me just get a couple of information. As a member of TBCC, you are automatically, as if you ask to be added to the club, because you have to be asked permission to be added to it, and you will automatically be added as soon as we get a chance to add you as a member. It will be a public, I think as of today, it's a public site. So, or later today. It was private before. We've made it public so people can actually see it before they can see the header, and that was it. They will be able to see the whole page, and the way it's going to work is they have to be accepted. They have to answer questions, because we're trying to keep bots off of there and people are just, joining to join. And and so they have to answer a few questions. There's now rules on there, so go on there, take a look at the rules. Nothing drastic, but you guys, as members of TBCC, you can actually post a picture with approval, because all postings will be approved. You can post one a day. Anybody who is not a TBCC member, but we've made a member of the Facebook group, can only put one picture per week. So it's kind of an incentive for them to join TBCC if they're interested. So they can see what we're doing. And we will not put any announcements for future things on there. This is only going to have things that have already happened on there. Because what happens when you put announcements on there, you get people that you don't want. Let's put it that way. So that will continue to come. Some stuff will be on the website, but most of it, just because I'm trying to control who sees this stuff, I'm emailing you most of the details of our outings, just so we don't have random people showing up, because we put it on out to the World Wide Web. So that's why only things that have happened already will be showing up on the Facebook page.
Leslie,
and just to let, I'm sorry, go ahead, Diana.
Can you let us know when when stuff is on there, so we could start sharing the page on our own Facebook pages to get the word out?
I think that it comes up automatically, because I've gotten people that have commented on some of the things I put on, and they commented right away. So
Okay.
I'm
so
not
is it
exactly-
ready for prime time?
If the way Facebook works is, if you go on there and if you go to the page and you like stuff on there, like it, put the little heart or whatever, that's going to tell them you're interested in that, and so you're going to see it in your feed more often. That's the way the algorithm works. So if you show an interest in something, you're going to see more of it. So
I hadn't gotten on the page yet, so I didn't know whether there was. I just saw that it was up there, but I didn't know that there was content yet.
Okay.
Just to let you know, there are several TBCCs. So put in Tampa Bay Camera Club, and
Yeah.
then it'll
Okay.
come right up to it.
Yeah.
And the people, there were 2 people that wanted to join from the Dunedin outing, but we were holding off to see what we were going to do. I did let them know via message that they needed to go in there. Whoever invited Justin, he did let me know that he saw it. I didn't look at it today. They told me it would take 3 to 4 days to show up as public from when you marked it as
Yeah,
private.
I looked at it yesterday, Leslie, and it said it would be public today sometime. So
Okay, so I
I
didn't.
just went on it. But I'm on it now, but I'm not seeing. Oh, I see pictures now. Okay, got it.
are you seeing any
Okay.
posts or just the header?
No, I see posts.
Okay,
I
so there's
see,
public
So
then.
let's move on.
yeah.
Okay, good.
All right,
Good.
all right.
But
Okay,
it's
so
a
yeah,
work in
so we're
progress.
trying to try to encourage more people to become members of the club, and this is one of the ways that we can do it without having to spend a fortune or doing any advertising. I mean, it's basically advertising, free advertising, and so and it's a way to share what we're doing as well with each other. And it doesn't have to be the pictures that you post don't have to be anything from an assignment or something like that. It can be if you want on a trip and you want to share a picture like you would with your friends on Facebook, that's fine as well. So you're just limited to 1 a day. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick the video from Dunedin. Hold on a second, let me share. All right. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Hopefully we got this right today.
Then can you make it bigger? Thanks. Is it moving? Lynn, is the video showing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's
mine is just frozen on a car.
Let's be on your end.
Yeah, I can see it.
Thanks, everybody. It was great.
That was awesome.
I'm so sorry I missed it. You need to check my calendar before you plan these things. I'm getting to miss all of these.
Sorry, your schedule is
You're too
way too busy.
You're too busy. Thanks for making the video, Lynn.
I think we need to rename the club.
What?
Dino Rail Camera Club.
Yeah, there you go. I vote for that.
Oh, Lee's from Georgia. Hey, Lee.
I think
so. Jim Sykes.
Just
Jim Sykes. I was looking for that blue feather on the seagrass there.
Yeah, I spent 20 minutes trying to get that feather picture.
I know, and it was a great shot too.
So is that a break the pattern shot?
I think so. I think it is.
Yeah.
Lynn, just a comment on photographing glass. PBS has a fantastic video on the Chihuly in his hot shop. He's blowing glass with about a half a dozen or a dozen of all the people he shot with. It is truly inspirational. There's a half a dozen guys totally in the zone, the creative zone, all working together. I play that a lot when I need to get into the zone, the creative zone.
Yeah.
Shoot, it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it's online. I just have the disc.
Where is it online, Bob?
Pardon? I first saw it online. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I just
Probably
bought
on
the
YouTube,
because I watch it a lot. I mean, these guys are, I mean, it's amazing to watch these guys blow that huge glass. And there's a couple, the old hippies, the guy with the ponytail and the 3/4 length pants. I mean, it's just classic artists. And they're in that, you can see it. Every one of them is in the zone and communicating without saying a word. It's phenomenal.
Well, the guys that work in the glass and the hot shops it's like a dance. I watched a crew from one of the universities up in small colleges in Kentucky a number of years ago, and it was like watching a dance because the main artist he's actually deceased now, but he's a world-renowned glass artist, and he had a crew of 4 people, students, working with him, and to sit back and just watch them and they were making a piece that was probably 3 feet tall. And it took them probably 2 hours to do it, but everybody knew exactly what they had to do when they had to do it. It was like watching, like I said, it was like watching a dance. And we were fortunate; we got to go right down on the floor with them and shoot while they were doing this. So yeah, we've been to the Chihuly a year or so ago, and Chihuly is a really good place to shoot to. This one is like twice the size of the Chihuly, so or more.
Just to let you know, there's 2 PBS specials. And if you just put it in Google, they come up. They're 58 minutes. They're PBS, but there are 2 of them, 2 different ones. Yeah. Fire and Ice. Does that sound familiar?
That might be. I was just trying to find it. I couldn't find the DVD. It's.
I just looked up Chihuly Museum photography and it popped up.
It's them in the hot shop. I think it's in Chihuly in the hot shop, and I think there's another one that deals with the various types of glass that he blows.
Right.
And the thing about Lynn, you had mentioned, they're all working as a team. Part of the reason that's so expensive is there's a guy in like a full fire suit, asbestos fire suit with a hood and gloves, and they hand him this thing the size of a giant basketball.
Oh yeah,
he
has to put it in the kiln,
and it just shatters. I mean, after all that work, our work, it just shatters.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing thing to watch. But
this guy who was at the college, the artist, we went to the warehouse where he stores all his stuff. And I spent 2 hours just shooting the stuff he had rejected or that was broken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was beautiful. I'm like, I don't want to get near the stuff that he said getting ready for a show. I want to see the stuff that's in the warehouse. And I spent 2 hours in the warehouse shooting insanely beautiful stuff that was broken. Yeah.
Was that in Seattle?
No, it was in Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah, because his hot shop is in Seattle. I regretted all the times I've been there, never took the time to get in. But they're not always working in there, so it's kind of hard to time it.
Okay, last thing before we get to the images, Brian, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm the 3rd judge this week, and the last time that I was a judge was before we started Zoom meetings, and I didn't enjoy it at all. I found it very stressful, and I was rushed, and invariably at the end of the night, I felt like I gave higher scores to images that I didn't like as much and lower scores to images I liked more. And it wasn't very satisfying. And this time Lynn asked me to do it, and I thought, oh crap, I really can't say no. I haven't done it in a long time, and this is clearly a subject I have some experience with. So I agreed to do it, and it was a completely different experience this time because I was able to spend 2.5 hours going over the photos, and I went through and I did a first run where I just made notes with my first impressions, and then I went through and put my scores on them, and then I went back through and I adjusted and I said, wait a minute, I gave this a higher score. I didn't really like it as much. I like this one more. And I made like 4 or 5 passes over it. And then I felt like, okay, I had done a fair job, and I've done the best that I can. I wasn't rushed like I was last time. And I just want to make it clear that sitting here right now, I have no idea who made which photographs. Sometimes it's obvious from looking at them, but I have no idea whatsoever. And I made notes while I was doing it, and I plan to share a fair amount of those. And, so don't take it personal what I say. And I'm not Jim and Robert. It's just like kind of my personal opinion. And those guys, I hope that if I say something that's off base, that they won't hesitate to contradict me because I don't want people to have a bad learning experience because of me. And finally, the photograph behind me is my actual backyard. So I just hope that I'm able to contribute something helpful to everybody tonight.
All right.
All righty then.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks. Does Robert or Jim, do you have any comments for tonight?
I do.
Robert already made one. It was his tone.
Brian just expressed exactly what I was about to say. Judging is really, really easy until you're in the hot seat.
You want to be in a hot seat, try judging for professionals.
Right. So, but whether you're judging for professionals or amateurs, the receiver generally will have the same response, which is, I didn't get the score that I deserve, or wow, I didn't know that I'd get that score. Yeah. So I want to point out that first of all, I want to thank the people that are the third judge. Ron, I think you did a wonderful job. The fact that Brian is doing it this time. In the past, we've had Diana do it, and a couple others. Sylvia, we've had Sylvia do it, and it is not easy.
Now with Brian, all the board has actually been a third judge.
Right. So that it is not easy. But I do want to acknowledge my thanks to you all for actually seeing it through and doing it. So with that, sit back and watch me rip these images apart.
Jim, any comments?
I love the look of Wayne.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Jim, do you have any comments, overview of all of the images for tonight?
Overview, I was pleased with what I saw for the most part with this group of entries. Yes.
So we didn't have any, pictures of things that
and
they were all more or less cityscapes.
more or less. More of them were more than, and less
others
were less.
Yeah.
And and again, thanks to everybody that does the third judge position. And I always say, another great thing about having the third judge is getting that very different point of view and perspective, from someone, versus, Robert and I looking at it as, professionals as we do. It's a good thing to mix in that third perspective that isn't coming from that background when they're looking at it and thinking about it.
Any questions, anybody?
One last thing. When Jim first came to the club, Jim Sykes, when he first came to the club, he was a preppy boy with the short haircut and looking, really dapper. Now, and I was the guy with the long dreads. Now I'm the guy with the straight laced haircut, and he is the beauty boy.
They switch places.
Man, how things have gone around and come around. Oh, I'm so jealous of him right now.
I don't know. Your look is looking sharp, Robert. I gotta say.
Yeah, man. He's looking real cool now. All right, let's share the screen again. And let's get rid of this and all of this. All right. So can you see my Lightroom?
Yes.
All right. This is what I've been doing, by the way, in the summer when it's too hot. I've been doing still lifes in my house. Hint. Something you do when you don't have to go outside. All right, let's get started here. Make sure these are in order. Yep. Okay, the first one is New York evening. Oops, what am I doing here? Like I haven't ever done this before. This one is Brian's. Hold on a second. And the score is 23.1. Jim? Anybody?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I find this to be more of a city-like life, L-I-F-E, than a cityscape.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that, and I decided I was going to enter it, and I just wanted to do something that wasn't the typical cliche cityscape, and so I entered it, and I thought that I might possibly get that response, but I entered it anyway.
It is a great image, great visual impact. I love the composition, and I was as far as that goes, I was in agreement with Robert. I like this the action of the taxis down on the street in the foreground, and the dominance of that light display on that building. Kind of took it out of the realm of cityscape, but as Robert says, city life. It's a fantastic city life image.
So I don't understand why the light takes it out of being a cityscape.
Well, I look at it's a major part overall of the image, that light display, which is it's a light display. It's a piece of art on its own that's not is
really
not necessarily cityscape.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's dominating the image.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So good photo, bad selection for this assignment.
Yeah, we often do that, don't we all? All right, next one is Old Town Bilboa. This one is Lee Wins, and the score is 24.7.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lynn has messed me up because these photos are not in the same order I judged them. So tell me again what the name is so I can try to find it. And
Old Town of Bilboa.
Okay.
Yeah, the judging gallery was in a completely different order than the score sheet was. It was the most mixed up I've ever seen.
Really? I mean,
was jumping all over the place with
just
that.
hit file, sort by file name, and it'll get them in order.
Oh, you told us never to touch those things.
No, I didn't tell you that. I said sort by file name.
Okay, tell me again what's the title so I can search for it. That'll be the
Old Town of Bilboa.
I got it now. Okay, you're gonna have to do that for every photo.
Right.
Okay, so my notes for that was it was nice muted tones in Europe, and it was very well done, and I gave it a high score.
You don't have to announce that you gave it a high score or low score. But Lee Win.
Yeah.
As stated earlier, great big palette and all of that. I do have a problem with this photograph.
Okay.
All right. Can anyone spot the fact the highest point in this photograph?
That's a church.
That church, right? That church is the one thing that's majorly different, and it's hidden. Now I know you can't do this, but there's a lady in the lower right-hand corner that's walking toward us. Go to the left, is right there. That spot would give you all of that scenery plus that church.
You were probably at a bridge, right, Llewyn?
Yeah.
You're just saying you probably should have walked down here to sit and take the picture from there, because then the church would have been in the image.
Oh.
It's hidden. It's a prominent piece of the architecture there, but it's hidden behind that building in front of it, which is warranting curiosity. So it's pulling me way too much away because of the fact that it's obscured and showing at the same time.
Actually, believe it or not, I did walk up on the right side because it kind of have a hill. By that time, the lighting on the sky is gone.
Yeah.
So that this one I like, the sky has the morning sunlight goes through there. But a few minutes later, but it was kind of cloudy and the sky finally have some sun ray came out.
And she wouldn't have gotten this either, this beautiful reflection from over there.
That's not the point. You stay there days and days and days and days until you get the shot I want.
Okay.
Okay.
I only had a 1.5 hour.
I will say that I was thinking the same thing as Robert when I saw this about the view over there, for the reason, in addition to the situation with the church, but here the river really dominates the foreground and right up through there. And I was thinking from the other side, looking across, you actually would get more and more and more of the cityscape, going on the other side of the river. And I was curious myself as to, boy, what would that have looked like from the right-hand side?
Lynn, you didn't shoot this though as a cityscape. You obviously were there not 2 weeks ago, or were you? I don't know.
No,
You
I
travel
didn't
more than I
shoot
do.
for Cityscape. No. I was just want to visit the old town.
Yeah.
No.
It's a beautiful photo.
In spite of what Robert said.
And now you're making me look at that stupid church, Robert.
All right, guys, let's move on. Next one is Sydney City No Bridge.
Oh, Australia.
This one is, whoops, what happened? Whoops. What happened here? Come on. Me and my mouse. This one is Frank's, and the score is 24.4.
Whose is it? Frank's?
Frank's. And it's called Sydney City No Bridge, Brian.
I got it the first time. I'll be typing when you say it.
Okay. Speak. Somebody speak.
So to me, my initial impression was it seemed a little bit flat. I liked having the birds on the right side, and I noticed that the photo was 9 years old.
See, even old photos can look good.
Yeah, I liked the overall cool color palette, throughout this. The way the cool tones in the buildings align with the cool tones in the water, the cool tones in the sky, and then there's enough contrast of a complementary color going on in the sky, and it's not oversaturated. Again, with the pastel sort of tones in this are really enjoyable to look at. It's very nicely done, and everything is, and the sharpness, in those buildings at a distance. That's can you click on that, Lynn, and give me 100%?
That's 100%.
Oh, that's 100%.
Right, that's 100%.
Okay, all right.
Didn't you do full screen on that?
She did.
That's full screen at 100%.
Wow.
Was this an
I'm at 100
actual,
right there.
was this an actual panorama or just the panorama crop?
It's actually a crop from a full frame image.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if that's 100%, that's not a panorama.
You can put it at 200% if you want to look at the buildings.
Yeah, actually, and I actually have one with the bridge, which this view only takes up half of it, so you can imagine how skinny that is, top to bottom.
200%, it doesn't even fit on here.
But he wanted to look at the sharpness.
Yeah, but thank you for doing that, Lynn, because you're, like I say, you're going, 200%, things normally, start to pixelate and fall apart in the view, but this is what I was talking about, the sharpness. Look at how the sharpness holds up in this at 200%.
Right.
And yeah, and interestingly, sharpness was something I found lacking in some of the other entries tonight.
You know, when you do the 200% and get a different perspective, it's a completely different picture altogether.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All
That,
right.
that's really awesome.
Next one is Urban Glow. And this one is Tories. The score is 25.1.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a spectacular photograph. I loved the tone. I loved having the moving lights from the cars. The one thing that I would have improved on is in the lower left-hand corner, there's some white light. I would have toned that down a little bit so it didn't attract attention.
Oh, he did go over them 4 and 5 times.
No, good point, Brian. With that was one of the things I was looking at too. But that's a nitpick overall with this image. Really like the starburst effect that's going on from the small aperture on some of those lights in there as well. They help draw you from where you're at through the foreground and into the cityscape. Also, I want to point out this image is an example. Look at the top of the truest building in this one, the pyramid, the blue pyramid. And then I want you to see what it looks like in some other photos tonight. This one is technically well done with dealing with the exposure of that building. And trust me, I've made a lot of cityscape pictures of Tampa. I've sold them, had to do them for clients, and that building is not easy to deal with in post production and holding the exposure in and not getting bleed and halos and other things going on. So I wanted to point that out that this one is well done with respect to that building.
Where is that shot from?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
It's the top of the parking garage over down by Tampa General.
You know, in Tampa General, I went to the top of the airport parking lot thinking, but it was too far away. So I
you got to go to Tampa General to get this shot.
Oh, wow. All right, I'll have to do that.
And also it's long exposure. That's why that road in the front is so red. So
yeah,
I
it's
thought that
really
was pretty
beautiful, Tori.
Thank you.
Robert, quickly.
Tori, don't come over here. Don't come over to this country and shame us like this, because you have taken this soccer game up 5-0. America, us 0. You in your country 5. There you go.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's what. Actually,
Thank you, guys.
I actually have a picture that's hanging on my wall that's very similar to this one. It has less trees because it was taken probably 10 years ago. All right. Next one is Warm and Cool. And this one is Ron's, and the score is 22.3.
Not a cityscape, is it?
Nah, it's more of a study.
Yeah, more of an architectural not even an abstract, but an architectural detail study.
That was my. I wanted to see more than what we see here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, your thoughts?
This one was one where I procrastinated a lot. So
okay.
I just grabbed one of the first images that might have fit the theme. So for this second one.
Okay.
Gotta read those descriptions.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Mirror of Morning. This one is Tories, and the score is 23.6.
I thought that the buildings on the left and the right were a little bright on the faces on this one.
Two things you could do for me, Lynn, on this. You could take the upright tool. There you go. that fixed that. And just activate crop unlocked and pull it down from the top. There you go. Thank you.
Now, with a longer exposure, that water would have been more still, right? For a stronger reflect. I mean, that's a strong reflection, it is, but would have been smoother, right?
I have no problem with the ripples, being there and making the bottom half of the reflection not an exact, mirror match of the top. I've got no problem with that. In the original crop, I did feel like there was a lot of excess sky and clouds above that aren't part of the story of the skyline.
And
I was mainly
normally you don't want your horizon right smack dab in the middle, but with a picture like this, it works.
With a mirror reflection, that is a time when it works, when you've got a mirror reflection happening.
Yeah, so that's one of those rules you get to break when you have something like this. Robert,
what was the rule, Lynn? I'm sorry, I didn't
no
understand.
horizon smack dab
Horizon in the middle.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Robert?
I would like for you to increase the contrast to about 63%, lower the saturation about minus 15.
63? That's close enough. Oh, you want saturation down?
I want saturation lowered, yes. All right. Now, the reason why I increased the contrast on this is to give more outline to the building. Now, at 63 may be a bit much, but
it's too much.
Hold tight. I threw a number out of the back of my left foot.
Yeah, 63.
I just threw a number out. But
that's where the hair used to be, right?
The highlights are a little bright, so I took those down a little bit too. So.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now, the reason why I did this is because I wanted the buildings to actually stand out. The clouds they're just not working with the building. Now, Jim did a crop on it, and that helped. But when we're talking about cityscape in the sense of architecture like this, all of the three elements, top, middle, bottom, foreground, background, they all have to work together. So we have a reflection. Yes, that's good. It's great. It was a bit flat, but that sky is just still taken away from this whole photograph. So I'd like for you to sit there and wait for another sky to come 4 or 5 days and make this shot again.
You're talking about no clouds? You want no clouds?
No, I'm not saying no clouds. I'm saying better clouds.
Better clouds, okay.
Right. It all has to work together in order for it to be a successful shot. It can't just be a successful cityscape or successful reflections. They all have to work together because those are the elements that you're presenting in this photograph.
Right. So we started here and we ended up here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is this one is Tampa. Whoops, hold on a second. I lost my score sheet here. This one is Loris's, and the score is 23.9. Blown out.
Is that all the title is? Is Tampa?
Yeah, it's called Tampa.
Tampa, just saying plain Tampa.
Is it me or is that in focus?
Okay.
It's in focus.
Yeah,
it's
focus.
A little bit soft there.
It's a little, it's a little soft. That's one of the things I pointed out earlier. There's, there are some tonight that are, surprised me that, we're working on a tripod and with really nice cameras and lenses and still getting that kind of softness in the images. This isn't the only one that's like that. There's some that are even softer and I was wondering when I looked at a couple of them, did people forget to turn off image stabilization when they were on a tripod? Because I got that impression from some of them. And this is one of those examples where I was talking about where that building is the problem child of the Tampa skyline. If you zoom in on that, Lynn.
Yeah, it always is.
See what I'm talking about there? You see the difference between Torrey's versus that? You get a halo around the top of that building if you are not careful, and if you do get that halo, you have to be able to take it out in processing. I've fought with that building many a time.
Yeah, it's the problem.
Why don't we just ask them to change the lights?
Even when they change the colors, though, it's still so bright that it's hard.
Yeah, they do the green and they do the lightning.
Now, this image is also not balanced.
Right, because this side is lower than that side.
Yeah, it's heavily weighted on the right-hand side and low on the left.
Well, then you need to talk to the downtown, planners, because they did this.
Well, you chose the angle.
But you could just crop it from the left, couldn't you, and to make it even it up a bit?
You can even it up a bit, but then it becomes bunched on the right-hand side.
Yeah. That's a tough view.
I wonder if folks might want to consider mirror up. When I use my RB67, the mirror is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. It's the size of a shaving mirror. So I definitely use mirror up on a long exposure. But even on 35 millimeter, you might want to be using, might want to consider that.
Yeah. Well, this was shot with a mirrorless camera, so that's not the issue.
Yeah.
I think most of us are.
All right, let's move on.
We're mirror up all the time.
This one is St. Petersburg. This one is also Lourdes's, and the score is 23.9.
The sky is overpowering the cityscape for me.
Yeah, it's a little over the top.
Yeah, the buildings are the shadow side of the buildings, with the sky backlighting them, they're dull compared to that sky. The sky is the star of this image, and the buildings are just dull in comparison.
I just took a little bit of the blue out of it, by the way, guys. It was a little too blue. So,
Brian, you had any comments on that?
I'm learning from these last two images because I like them better than you did, but I'm now seeing why.
Brian, it's not a matter of me liking them or not liking them. I'm pointing out where the improvements can come.
Right.
Yeah. And there's absolutely no requirement to agree with Robert and I. That's part of what I was talking about, that it is refreshing to get that third opinion that doesn't necessarily align with the things we're talking about.
And so just because we said it doesn't I still would love to hear what you have to say about it.
Absolutely.
Well, my notes were dramatic sky, very nice. That's what I wrote.
Oh, and guys, if you're not familiar with this is actually the view from the pier where we're going in August. This is from the bar up at the top of the pier. So this is the view of St. Pete that you get from where we have our little outing in August, FYI.
Just after
Town building on the left, is there some haloing or something around the clouds? No, not that one.
There definitely is. Yeah, there's definitely halos on top of much of the buildings.
This tall one right here. There, the clouds there. I guess maybe they
just the clouds. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
But the lower buildings do have some minor halo effect around the roof lines.
Hey, and guess what? There's actually a place where you can go and do skies where you can actually have a feather, and that is in ACR over in Photoshop. I hope they get it in Lightroom. We won't, hopefully. But if you want to do a sky, like a mask, a sky mask, go over and do it in ACR because you now have a feather, which you don't have here. And it will
a lot of the features that eventually find their way to Lightroom go into Camera Raw filter first and live there for a while before they migrate to Lightroom.
It has a feather and an edge, and it makes all the difference in the world with trees and your sky and stuff like this. So
how does it work, Lynn? You just decrease, if you decrease the feathering you increase the feathering on it, it keeps those halos from popping up?
Yeah. So what you do is you bring it into Photoshop, open up the ACR filter and then go into the sky, pick the sky filter, mask, and then play with those two sliders to see, zoom in and play with the sliders to see, how you can eliminate make sure you have all the sky behind trees and how you eliminate the halos around the trees and around buildings. So
I don't think my brain can learn a new program.
We'll do that somewhere in the future.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's a good one of your lunch things. I mean, your potlucks.
Potlucks. Okay. Next one is capital of Hungary.
Budapest.
This one is Lee wins and the score is 24.
I love the high perspective on this one. I thought the yellow tones added to the architectural, they've complemented the architecture. Let's see, what else did I write here? Oh, what's going on in the lower left-hand corner? That was a distraction, that black.
Yeah, you're right. It's a wall. And I actually sent the wrong one. I did replace it. I just saw that. But it's a wall because I was in the mountain. There's a wall there. So, but sorry, I just noticed that I sent the one beforehand, but I did take off that. I did a general replacement on that.
Okay, because I looked at that and I was like, wow, that is a major portion of the image cut out.
Yeah. So I just say, well, I said that this was before.
It almost looks like a paper print that somebody tore the corner off of.
Yeah.
Can you do something for me, Lynn? Just out of curiosity,
yeah.
I'd like to see. Grab your eyedropper tool in the up at the white balance, there, and go over to like the road at the bottom left-hand side of the bridge down. Yeah, just not where the lights are. Yeah, there. And now go to the temperature slider that's blue and start pushing it back toward orange, and taking the magenta one and pushing it back a little bit toward green, and finesse those for me. I was just curious to see what it would look like without that heavy orange color going on. Yeah, you can still bring those back more closer to where they originally were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting there.
It actually makes the building stand out more, I think, that way. Robert, anything?
No, I have nothing to add to that. It's been said.
All right. Next one is downtown Havre, Montana. This is Kathy's, and the score is 23.1.
To me, this was more of a farmscape than a cityscape. The light pole in the center grabbed too much of my attention. I thought it was a bit bright. It's a nice photo, but I'm not sure it was the right one for this assignment.
And I'll say this: if I hadn't just been in South Dakota, I probably would have been in agreement with Brian. But I actually ended up in several towns in South Dakota that I can tell you this is downtown. in several of the towns I was in South Dakota last week. Now I will say this: this one has halos of a little bit different nature than you normally see. This has gigantic halos around things. I'd like you to do something for me, Lynn.
Yeah.
Reduce that to like 25 or 12.5% or something on your scale over there. There. That's a good way to like preview your image and really get an idea. If you've got some halos going on, actually make it closer to being a thumbnail size and look at it. Now you can see how they jump out now when you see it at that kind of a scale.
Wow, yeah.
You should have taught me that trick about 10 years ago, Jim.
Well, it only works for big halos, not little halos.
Oh.
Yeah, the little halos you have to zoom in sometimes to see. The big halos actually jump out at you when you do this.
Robert,
this isn't the only one tonight with big halos, and this has both. This has light and dark halos.
Yeah.
It's got combination halos.
Are they halos Are the halos caused by post-processing or
Yes.
just from the lighting?
Yes, they are. Those are processing halos. Absolutely.
I'm curious as to the angle of this. I'm showing an extreme side angle, and I'm not getting a feel of the city itself. I wonder about that angle. Meaning, if I move more to the left, backed up,
Yeah, get more of the
then
building.
I would get more of a feeling of this downtown, or this is where all of the main things happen. But from this extreme side view, I'm not getting a feeling of a cityscape rather than the side of a silo.
Yeah,
In a
because
sense, feel.
it's squishing everything together.
Right. So by moving, and I wasn't there, and I don't know what access, but my belief is that's moving a little bit more toward the left and moving back to encompass that a little more of that the entire area would give me a sense of what South Dakota feels like.
Well, this isn't South Dakota, but
Montana.
it's
Montana,
Montana.
Rural environments is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
still part of the Corn Belt, I'm sure.
Yeah. But we started here. We ended up here.
Mhm.
I like it warmer. I personally like it warmer.
Okay.
I was just trying with the blue. I was hoping to get rid of some of this, some of the, but it didn't get rid of a lot. So anyway.
Yeah, that would be a case of going back to the raw and reprocessing to not have those.
Hey Jim, what if you did a cityscape from that intersection on the way to Death Valley?
Yeah.
That opera house.
One building.
Death Valley, downtown Death Valley Junction. That is the actual town of Death Valley Junction. I think it has population of 115.
Yeah, those buildings would be not so many.
All right, let's move on, guys. Sky Shades. This one is Ron's, and the score is 22.8.
I thought the one thing about this photo that was interesting was the reflection, and I thought it was a little bit bright, but I just didn't feel there was much of interest, and it wasn't really a cityscape to me.
I like that reflection on the right part of the reflection, how it just goes with the building. It's like it's not even a reflection.
Yeah, the continuation of it as though it continues right into the building.
Yeah, that's like abstract art right there. Yeah. I would.
Frank, say what you said. It's like what?
Abstract art.
I'm sorry. Stop with that one word.
Abstract.
Art. It's like art.
Yeah. This is probably more of a cityscape than the other one, Ron, but still not a cityscape. So
that's beautiful.
This is a fantastic architectural abstract.
Yeah, beautiful.
In that realm, I really love this image.
I have this craving to do this just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Thought about that. Yeah.
There's the image right there.
Yep, great, Lynn.
Yeah.
And like I say, still not so much cityscape, but but great architectural abstract.
There we go. That's even better. Right there.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
All right.
I like it.
Next one
print
is...
that and frame it with that crop Lynn just did.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, next one is Amsterdam. This one is Lee's, and the score is 24.9.
Mm-hmm. How do you spell Amsterdam?
Amsterdam.
Is Lee here?
Yeah, he's here.
I'm here.
Hey, Lee, did you shoot that over from that building that has all the grass on it?
Yes. Yeah.
I knew it because I shot that too, and I was going to submit it, but I didn't. I know exactly where you were. That building was super interesting.
Yeah, from the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, from the roof. Yeah.
I like this photo a lot. I had a lot of impact. I mean, I'm not a big fan of black and white, but this one worked for me. I thought that even though you were lucky to find that bird, I thought it was kind of a distraction, and if it was mine, I would have taken it out.
What bird?
What bird?
There's a
Oh,
bird over
Right
the
there.
building.
Yep, right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The I didn't mind the bird, except for the fact that the bird is like super hot on the exposure. If the bird weren't so crazy bright, you can zoom on it, Lynn, and see it's virtually pure white. That was that was the issue. But beyond that, boy, what an eye-catching black and white, strong visual impact. This really works well in black and white, really does.
I just wish I had more boats in the foreground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you shoot this like during the bright part of the day? Is that why you turned it black and white?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's what was happening to me too. Cause okay. I figured that's why. It's a beautiful shot, and that's a beautiful place. So
Lee, it's funny having a picture of the Netherlands with the only windmill being one of those modern ones.
Right. Yep.
Robert, any comment?
I wonder about the foreground. Is there too much foreground?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was trying to keep that dock on the right.
yeah, you gotta keep
that's kind of what.
Just as a leading line into it.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't look right.
Yeah. I thought that might have been the reason why, but that's why I was asking.
Well, I said I wish I had more boats in the foreground, but I just wasn't that lucky.
Should have just made a copy of that one and stick it over here. Oh, it would be too small.
As Robert said, if you waited 48 hours, you probably would have got it.
There you go. Walked over to the left and waited 48 hours.
That's it.
I probably could have just waited 5 minutes and there would have been more boats, but anyway.
Yeah, come on. You're here to please me now. Come on.
All right, dude.
All right, next one. Tampa Channel Side.
Uh-huh.
And this one is Jack's, and the score is 24.
Jack, this is working.
Okay.
Can you believe how much that area has grown from how it used to be?
Unbelievable.
It used to be a bunch of old crappy warehouses.
Where'd you shoot that from, Jack?
I was from the roof, the top of a parking garage.
Okay.
Of which only doctors have access.
Rob, was this on top of that restaurant?
No.
Jack?
No, it was at the top of an apartment building.
Oh.
Early in the morning.
No.
Great job.
Man, I should have gone to my son's building and shot from there.
Now, Lynn.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to take your cursor and put it on the street on the left-hand side, all the way in the back. Yes. All right, follow the street. Now take your turn. Now, Jack,
I'm telling you to go over here and look.
No, I want you. What I want you to do is, Jack forced me to turn and look at the whole photograph.
All right. Because we got arrows telling us to turn this way.
Yeah. But he gave me more line on the right-hand side, so now he's forcing me to look at the entire photograph. I didn't want to look at the whole photograph, Jack, but you forced me to.
What he's actually doing there is giving you leading lines out of the image.
Yeah. Well, in and then out.
Open arms.
Well, no, they're both leading lines going to the bottom and out.
Yeah. Well, I think it takes like this, then takes you up to this water.
Yeah. Right. And that bar takes you over to the building and brings you right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what it did with the horizon line in the back and those two things, it created an inverted triangle with the point, with the point toward the viewer, and then you naturally want to follow from the point of the triangle outward,
Off the triangle, yep.
which works really well.
So, Jack, don't do this kind of stuff in the future. This is not fun to be giving you that high of a praise.
All right, next one is Reflections of the City. This one is Jim McWilliam, and the score is 23.3. Got lots of halos.
Yeah.
I would have gotten rid of the crane. I thought it grabbed too much attention. And the
You
light.
have to wait longer than 48 hours for that.
And the lights on the left were kind of bright for me.
Yeah, I think I got oversaturated.
Yeah, that and where the blue LED lights are, and blue LED lights are the worst in that situation for that bleeding effect that they have. You know, blue LED lighting, you know, just seriously bleeds into everything else at night, and you got to be careful for that. And,
Are you talking about over the bridge area?
No, all of those.
All the blue. All the blue's bleeding.
Okay.
Now, Jim Sykes, just as a point of reference, you say that they are very, very hard to tame, and you have to be careful. Give us a clue as to how careful. What could we do in order to be careful on these particular items?
bracketing exposures.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Bracketing
yeah, because I in the you know, doing the night photography for real estate, I end up encountering blue LED lighting all the time, especially swimming pools. The swimming pool they light them up with blue LED lights, and the whole swimming pool becomes a giant blue LED light source that bleeds all over everything. And one of the ways I work with that is compositing from multiple exposures.
There you go, people.
It was your photo, Jim. Would you get rid of the graffiti?
Pardon me?
Would you get rid of the graffiti?
No, that's part of that. That's part and parcel of Tampa. That's that's the rowing cruise in the river.
Yeah.
That's the team names and signs from the rowing crews that come from the other colleges to row in the river.
Okay.
And that's
I was going to put
that's
TBCC out there, but I thought I might get in trouble.
Yeah. The other thing I felt with this was the sky really dominates the right side of the image.
Yeah.
This is another one like the one with Lee Wen, you know, more to the right and angled back more across the river at the skyline, because most of the right hand side of that image, there's not much really going on with Cityscape. You know, the buildings and structures are very low over there, and the sky is dominating that side of the image.
But you wouldn't be able to cut, you wouldn't be able to cut the bridge off. So, it's basically changing the angle.
Right. That was from where the Gasparilla is moored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could you crop it over to about the blue bridge?
Too many people talking, sorry.
Hold on then. Mark, what was your comment?
Could you crop it over to from the right side over to about where the blue bridge starts? Right there.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd go even farther than that. I'd take it in past I'd take it all the way past that tower to where the green I would keep going, so you don't even have that edge of blue right there. Back up. Yeah, you can back up so we can see past the green. You can back up just a hair there.
Yeah.
See, I like the tower, Jim.
Yeah, I think I like the tower there, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
And therein lies the compositional problem. Is that when you are deciding your composition, how much are you showing that's too much?
Yeah.
And in this case, the composition is allowing too much, but not enough to define a specific area to focus on. So the movement had Jim swam along the right hand side of the river.
Yeah,
we need to go swimming.
Yeah, like I say,
waited 2 days.
Yeah, like I say, the crop is a half-ass, not real fix. The real fix is a different position,
different angle,
different camera position.
Yeah, I could have gone over to TGH along the around by their boardwalk.
Yeah.
Now
Did
I
you
have
see
a
what I did here too? I brightened up this dark spot right in the center.
Yeah.
This was very dark. And I
Now,
put a radio gradient. See how dark it is?
Yeah.
And I brightened it up.
Now, with that tree being as large as it is that still I mean, I know it's a cityscape, but
Yeah, the
is
tree
that-
is a distracting element, and now that in this crop as well, I 100% agree with you,
Yeah.
Leslie.
That's why I need him to swim on the right-hand side up the channel and
What
get
if
a
I
different
just cut
angle.
the damn tree down?
Hey, Jim, you can get started now and be ready for the next assignment.
All right, guys. Next one is Tampa's Tall Boys. This one is also Jim's, and the score is 23.7.
Damn blue lights again.
Blue, blue, blue.
Also, the bleed up into the sky from the South State logo on the building there. Yeah, again, this is one of those where composite from bracketed exposures, can really help you with that.
I can't get used to seeing that name.
Yeah, so used to being
Right.
Sykes.
I know.
Which
The
name,
building,
Leslie?
That's how I made
Site-
my retirement money. I sold my building.
That
Don't
used
you
to be
wish?
the Sykes building, Diana.
Which one? I'm sorry?
That round one. That
Oh, the
whenever
beer camp building.
Yeah, whenever you
Yeah,
see
that's
that
Sykes
anywhere,
building.
you know that's Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I got rid of a little bit of that blue by going on down here into the HSL panel and reducing the luminance of the blue. So that helped a little bit.
Increase the blacks. I mean, lower the blacks.
I have a stupid question. Couldn't you just take the eraser tool and clean up that stuff?
And move the whites up just a little bit.
Yeah, you could deal with it in retouching. It's
Yeah.
a lot more work to try and retouch it than to composite. But yeah, you are right, Diana. That is something that is retouchable as far as that white, the white bleed.
Yeah, the white bleed on there.
Yeah, that is something you could retouch. The other thing that keeps making me want to tilt my head is the Bank of America.
The Bank of America building I just did.
being skinny at the bottom and fat at the top. Like that severe angle going on. You can actually I'll show you something you can do with the actual upright tool, that's to the left of the word upright, the one you hate, Lynn. That one. I'll show you something. Draw a line down the left side of the South State building.
Why isn't it working?
It hates you as much as you hate it. Okay,
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, good. You got the line drawn down there.
Where did
No, Lynn, are you clicking and dragging? When you do that?
This is
I
not
hate
Lynn's
this
forte.
thing. I hate it.
What, Lynn? Just click. You click. Here, start it over. You've made a mess. Turn off
the. Guys, I never use this thing because I hate it.
all you do is click and hold it clicked and drag down.
Oh, okay.
And keep dragging till you get the other point down near the bottom. Let go. Okay. Now do the other side. Do the same thing on the far right side of the Bank of America building.
This one?
Yes, the far right side. Now trace that line. Keep going. Put that point down near the bottom of that building. Let go. Okay. Now here's something you can do. Hover over that line you just drew on that right side. All right. Now find the point at the bottom. Grab it. Start pushing just that point, left or right, and watch what happens. Let go. You went the wrong way. Now go the other way with it. See what you can do? You can swing those points on just one line when you have something, because the beer can building was pretty good on the other side. The Bank of America building was pretty bad on that side. You can adjust just one side by drawing a line, grabbing a point, and just swinging one of the points. See how that works?
But the top is
You're
still
you're,
messed
you're
up.
creating a much more effect on one side of the image than the other if you need to. They don't have to necessarily be symmetrical in how you work them. So
Diana,
just wanted to point that out as a learning
and the fact that
exercise.
it's a 24 millimeter lens. There's no
Yeah,
way
it's a 24 millimeter lens pointed up. That's what's going on there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, but it messes up the
the
South State building.
Yeah.
That's why I was showing you this lets you manipulate one side more than the other side, whereas doing those sliders is symmetrical in what it does. So I just want to throw that out as a learning tool for people that might not know that you can, grab a single point and swing a single point to affect one side of an image more than the other.
And I missed, where do you get that cursor from in the first place?
Right here.
Okay.
Right where it says upright, there's these little hash marks. That's the point. That's the lines that drive me crazy.
Yep, you can do vertical lines and horizontal lines with that.
All right, moving on.
Thank you.
Motovan, Croatia. This one's mine. And the score is 24.6.
I thought that looked familiar.
I like the pastel shades and what did I say here? Wait a minute. Oh, there's two. Wait a minute, I got the wrong Croatia. Okay. I like the muted tones on this one. There's a one distracting white cloud that I would have gotten rid of right across the top left building.
That's from a snow-capped mountain.
Yep, I agree with you, Brian. I was looking at that too, and that just kept pulling me to that part of the sky. I was like, oh, it's the one piece of the sky that doesn't match the rest of the sky. So, but yeah, I agree with everything you said, Brian.
Now, I have a question, and I keep asking these questions because I've been having a little trouble with my eyes. Is that picture straight?
No.
It looks a little tilted to one
crooked
side.
to left.
Yeah.
It's hard because these buildings are on a mountainside.
Mm-hmm.
And what I straightened it was using this wall here because everything else is every which way. Yeah,
I'm looking at
really
the
hard to straighten
vertical.
out.
I'm looking at the vertical lines, not horizontal.
Oh yeah, the vertical. Well, the buildings are not straight because they're sitting on a mountainside.
Go ahead and do an auto on that transform.
Just a little bit. Moved it around a little bit.
It's still crooked.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't see the crookedness.
I think it's the
I don't think
buildings.
it's crooked. I think it's
The wall is not straight, but I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be because it's going
It's
up.
1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's allowed to be
It's
crooked.
not going to be straight. These buildings are old too, so they're not going to be straight either.
Yeah, I know where you were.
Lynn, I
Anything
really like the way, starting at the lower left on those buildings, it leads your eye to the right and kind of an S and back.
Yeah, I like the way this. That's what I love about this is it goes down and up and down like here, and then you end up here. We were actually standing on another mountain across the valley for this.
Yeah, I looked
Along
at that.
with a bus full of people from Asia.
I looked at that too and saw that, and I figured those buildings probably are on both sides of a road, and the road is like a switchback road that runs, zigzags up the mountain, and the buildings follow that zigzag, which is, as he said, the great S curve that takes you up to the top.
Yeah, I love the colors.
Yeah, that's a nice gives a soft feel to the image.
Yeah.
And change that with the amount of saturation.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys, if you have not been to Croatia, you should go.
Yep. All right, next one is Get Your Hot Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's
one
good.
is Mark's, and the score is 23.2.
I miss my New York.
This is again is more of a city life to me, rather than a cityscape.
Yeah,
Well,
the cityscape is the backdrop to the city life in the foreground. That's how I saw it. Kind of in agreement with Robert. You know, it's city life in the foreground with cityscape as a backdrop to that.
But
you
it
should have
says
walked
great
over in
funky
front of the
hot
bus
dogs.
and taken the shot from there.
Karen, we need to go to New York together after our conversation the other day.
Those hot dogs. They're so
Oh my
funky and they're
God, I
so
love
good.
them.
Robert,
Patty
any
does it.
comments?
I did make a comment.
Yeah, he made the initial comment that
Okay.
I concurred with.
Any other comments? Brian, you didn't say anything.
I just, that was me. It wasn't really a cityscape, and I just thought it was kind of cluttered in the foreground. It was hard to know what you're supposed to be looking at.
That's almost street.
I will say this, you know, technically it's a well processed, you know, image, you know, sharp and the tonal values that carry through this, you know, are really nice.
Yeah.
And the contrast of the hot dog stand with the tonal values of everything else, you know, outside of the fact that, you know, as we said, more of a city life than cityscape, it's still, you know, it's one of those that's still a great image outside of what the parameters of the assignment were in a strict
Well, I was trying to go for, you know, the full city effect, you know, and I guess it's, you know,
Like I said, you should have
with the
gone and
rush of the
stand in front of the
people and
bus.
the city vibe.
Yeah, the whole city vibe.
Yep.
Yeah, I had the same issue when I was trying to figure it out as well. You know, it's like this is more city than a bunch of concrete. And only one thing I would do with this picture is I take away that left. There's a stripe down the left side where it's just needs to be pulled in.
That little edge.
Very
I pulled
short.
it in some, and I probably should have pulled it in just a little bit more there, and stuff. And the other thing that bothered me, is the sun was hitting the top of the Empire State Building, but that's
Mark.
not anything, and it just kind of
Mark, I don't get it. What is the sun hitting in the top of the Empire State Building?
It's just too white there. That spot, right up there on the spire. There's a white. It's too white there. But
well, if you tell generative AI to stick a gorilla there, your problem is solved.
But in New York, the gorilla wouldn't get a second look.
Yeah.
All
right, guys, moving on to the next one. Next one is Where the River Meets the Arts. This one is Diana Rao, and the score is 22.9.
What?
22.9.
Not much cityscape there, Diana.
It is a cityscape. That's Tampa, downtown Tampa.
I know where it is.
I know, but I'm saying you've got all the buildings of Tampa. I mean, I guess I didn't understand this assignment because never mind.
On the right. No, I'm not trying to argue it. I'm just saying this.
No, I'm not arguing either.
Okay, I want you to go back to Jim's image.
Jim?
Go all the way back to Jim's image.
Which one is it?
The Jim's image is the shot that you did the tree and you open up the building.
There. You were on it. To the right. Number 14.
Oh, number 14. Okay.
It's the same composition.
It's not the same composition we
It
shot.
is the same composition.
But I don't. But okay, I'm not arguing the score. I don't care about the score. I'm just saying.
Wait. Okay, now you see how you were saying about the it is a cityscape. Both of these are cityscapes, but all of the attention is going toward that middle part right there. When your city is over on the left.
But it is okay. Never mind. I can't argue because I didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah, something you may not be grasping with what Robert is saying is he's saying same composition, not same perspective. He's not saying you were in the same place with the
I'm not
same
sa- I'm-
things in it. He's saying it's the same composition. You know,
But a
it's
cityscape,
framed and set up the same way.
but a cityscape includes the buildings. It's the whole city. And that is part of the city. To me, unless you just wanted tall buildings, and that's a cityscape, but I guess that I didn't understand the definition of a cityscape. So my other one's going to be garbage too, because it doesn't have hardly
Diana,
buildings.
this is where the problem lies. And what we're and just listen to it for a second. Yes, you have completed the assignment. It is a cityscape. It is, just as Jim's is a cityscape. The composition of this particular cityscape is not, it's not given, it's splitting.
Yeah,
I have two different things to go to. I got the one on the left and I have the one on the right. And there's no buttons here, hold on. But where it splits in that middle, I have nothing to support it.
Yeah,
So
your
it's give me
cityscape is
either the
all
left
squished.
side or give me the right side.
So my question about the photo was, if you're going to do a cityscape, why have the primary thing that you see be a building under construction? That was what I didn't understand.
Because it's still it's how you define cityscape. And obviously this Cuban Jew doesn't understand cityscape. To me, a cityscape doesn't necessarily mean a bunch of tall buildings all in a row, or, you know, and I've, when you've critiqued some of the other photos that, you know, were in cityscapes, you know, I just, there's
Point out one of the ones that you referred to.
Robert.
I'm saying point out. I'd like for you to point it out. Which one do you say the critiquing the others? You can't just throw it out there. Just tell me one of the others.
It doesn't
give
matter.
me a reference.
Move on. I'm done. Thank you.
Well, I was going to bring up something completely different than the.
let me take it. Let me take a shot, Diane, Frank. Let me take a shot at it. It is a cityscape. I don't think anybody is arguing about that. It's not. It's the. I think the discussion is around: is this composition and this image? Is it? What is it evoking? In the way of a city? What are you looking at when you're looking at this particular view of a city? And it's a little for me. It's a little confusing what I'm meant to look at here. The image. What I'm getting from this is this city is in a construction phase. Is that the image that I'm getting from it? And that may not be, that may be what you were trying to say, but it's not like a, if I was to go, if you were to go through a catalog of images and say, show me a cityscape of Tampa, would you choose this one?
It's a city in development is the way I looked at it. It's a city that is growing.
Right. So just, I mean, and that's valid, but it's not, it doesn't fit in the overall image.
As I said, this is a question of misunderstanding what was wanted from
right,
you.
which was my
That's on
initial
me.
question. Yeah, that's the thing. This is an interpretation of all of that, and yeah, it's going to be more of that. I think more images like that.
Thank you, Frank.
Okay, my turn.
Go ahead.
Aside from all that, I wanted to just point out, technical on this, things to watch out for. Lynn, see the construction crane?
Yeah.
Zoom in on it for me. Okay. Look around it, down the center of it, around it. And it actually has a big white halo around it, a dark halo down the middle. If you go over to the drawbridge, you're going to see some of the same thing going on. This is another one. I think if you look at it like around 25%, you're really going to see that stuff pop out on it, which is just processing things to be aware of. Look at the brightness inside that versus the dark around. Put this at about 25% again, like we did with that other one.
Because I look for halos, so that's why I'm interested.
Yeah. Now look at the crane. You see the white
see
halo around it, the dark halo down the middle, the dark halo at the top. It says the dark halo between the crane and the tall building. there's a lot of they're very broad. They're very wide, broad halos. Were alternating in light and dark. And when you look at it this way, you can really see how broad that is around the construction crane and stuff. It's something to watch out for when you push the contrast tools, the contrast, dehaze, texture,
don't change anything,
clarity, shadows, and push the shadows and highlights hard. These are things to watch out for when you push those sliders around heavy.
All right, Lynn, hit, don't change it. Hit the reset button. All right, it should be a bit more prominent now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there as, when you're processing, beware of being heavy-handed with the sliders. These are, that's one of the results of what happens.
I tried to make the crane darker because it was bright red. It was really bright, and I didn't want it to be the standing.
Mm-hmm. That's it for me.
All right. Next one is Sarasota at night. This is Brian's, and the score is 23.5.
All right, Brian, we have a really, really nice composition going on here. However, we have a lot of overexposure in your white points. Add some black to that.
Would you guys get rid of this part down here because it's really kind of?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was
Really?
I was going to speak to that, Lynn. Yep.
Again, I thought I was trying to not have the typical cityscape, and I thought that really added to the image. Okay, well,
no, it's too dark.
It's
so.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in the foreground that doesn't have to do with that beautiful panorama you've got going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, you can see that it didn't bleed so much this time, but you can see again what happens with blue LED lights. Blue LED lights can become just so dominating in a scene.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Underneath the bridge in the water, I'm seeing reflections of multicolors, but I don't see those colors on the land.
It's the lights.
It's all building.
It's the aircraft lights on the top are what's creating those red streaks.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, see, like over here, Jim, see this red light on top of that building? It's making that line right there.
All right. Thank you.
Next one is Primošten, Croatia. This one is mine, and the score is 25.1.
As beautiful as this is, Lynn, you're a little tight on the bottom.
Yeah. I think I was trying to get all that sky. So.
Definitely looks like a postcard.
Very nice. Pretty.
Yeah, she added some more to the bottom.
I love you got the sailboat off there on the left.
Yeah. It would have been, I wish it was just a little lower because he's just touching the horizon. Yeah, what can I say?
Lynn, we were there 15 days. We could have waited.
Yeah, should have. Not there. The first day we were only there one night, remember?
Yeah,
So-
I was just kidding.
And that one night, you could have given that boat in the the lower right-hand side a little
There
more
you go.
room.
I'll make a suggestion, Lynn.
Yeah.
If you do more work to this, or we're going to have it printed, because I find it just a little visually distracting. If you look at right near the top of the hill where it meets the ocean on the left side and where it meets the mountains on the right, that sudden change of warm to cool on both, where it's cool on both sides, I would just use a brush with a little
Right.
warm tone and fill in that blue that's around there and merge it in with the with the warmer tones around it. It kind of frames the top of that hill against the horizon in a break from the way the rest of everything meets the warm tones in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I especially like the fact that the island there, or peninsula, whatever it is very crisp and clear, and the background island is nice, foggy looking. It's really, it does show a nice Mona Lisa kind of gradient.
Very, very nitpicking. There's two little dots. I think they're supposed to be birds over on the right side there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was something on my monitor.
I did the same.
I should have got rid of them. They're too small.
Yeah.
Lynn, what island is this?
This is actually Primishton, which is a city that's a peninsular city. And we climbed all the way up to the top to the church. And then we had dinner down in here somewhere at night. It was really good.
Over to the right.
Yep. Yeah, this is a peninsula. It's actually a peninsula. A lot of the cities in Croatia are on peninsulas. All right, next one is Tampa at night. This one is Richards, and the score is 23.7.
You know, we can write to Jane and tell her we need to change these colors of the lights a little bit. Photographers don't like blue.
I'm wondering where this 3D effect is coming from, meaning shadows behind each of the buildings.
That's more of that haloing going on. That's an
intentional 3D.
Intentional 3D. Okay, I'll go with that. Intentional 3D.
Is Richard here?
Yeah, he is.
Yes, Robert. Thank you for pointing out that was intentional 3D, right?
I think that you need to crop off the building on the left to get rid of that part of that building.
Or straighten it up.
Richard, I mean, I was really not joking. Because you made it consistent.
Yeah, it's the 3D effect everywhere.
Yes, it's all the way around. So I was wondering, was that intentional?
Yeah. Part of what what makes that really fall down is if you look between the Truist building and the PNC building, look at the gap between them. It's almost the sky goes pure black there, and then look at then it's blue in other areas, but then it's got the heavy dark shading, for the 3D effect around the buildings there.
That's just processing.
Yeah. Played with it for a while and didn't get all the way.
Night is so hard to deal with.
Is the 3D effect in camera or post-processing?
The what? No, post-processing.
That's a post-processing effect.
Post-processing?
Yeah, that's the reason I like low element count lenses. They will give you that. That's the Zeiss Pop or the Leica look, or what I get out of 4x5 and 5x7. There's only 5 elements in there, and that's what you get. It's this 3D look, except it's in camera.
What causes the 3D?
It's a low element count lens, so you get really high micro contrast, and your edge, as a result, you get a super sharp edge contrast and edge separation. So the images actually look 3D. I mean, my 35 millimeter Zeiss, when I'm shooting on a D850, looks 3D. I use that for environmental portraits, and I don't have to throw the background out of focus. It looks 3D with the background in focus, and you still have context. But with 4x5 and 5x7, those lenses only have 5 or 6 elements. And so you're getting this super crazy high micro contrast. And in black and white, they literally look like I did a composite. It almost needs to just soften.
All right, moving on to the next one is New York Trade Center and Memorial. This one is Jack's, and the score is 23.
I don't get it.
For me, I saw a lot of buildings that were on the verge of tipping over, and I just feel like the foreground dominates too much for cityscape.
I have a question for you guys that do architecture professionally, digitally. Are you using, oftentimes using a tilt shift lens?
No, I do. When I'm doing things like this, I'm generally doing panos.
Jim?
Yeah, same thing. I don't do it enough to justify the expense of a tilt shift lens. So when the times when I really have to deal with it, in the extreme, it's just like Robert said, pano.
Cool.
So comment on this one, please.
Yeah, back to this image. Yeah, I agree with what Brian said with the with the water feature in the foreground being very visually dominant in the image, and it makes me feel like that's the subject matter, with the skyline becoming a background to what the foreground is supposed to be in this image.
What about if you crop it up?
Yeah, I'd like to see a crop right up to the bottom of the trees. Right there.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, there's a cityscape.
What about a building being cut off, like the big one right there? Does that matter?
It does to me.
Yeah. Like it's just cut off in the middle.
Yeah.
When all the others are not.
Right.
Yeah, from that perspective, I imagine if you try and get all the way to the top of that building then it's going to be an unbalanced situation, and that building's going to be dominant in the scene, and then you've got one dominant element overpowering the cityscape again.
All right, so we're in New York, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now here's the problem with it. If I may, please. You're on assignment, and you're going to do something for Delta Magazine, double page spread, and you have all the resources possible, and you needed to shoot this scene. What do you do? What you do is you either get in a helicopter or get in a building that's just as high as that main building in the foreground, and then shoot it from that perspective. You don't shoot it from the bottom down here, shooting upward.
Yeah, and you missed the Oculus is you missed the whole. From this angle, the Oculus looks very weird, and it would be so much better from up high above it.
And so that's what I mean by you can have these things that are cityscapes, but the composition of it is everything. And so, yes, this qualifies, as all of these images qualify as, in a sense, as cityscapes. But which ones are going to give you not only the perspective, but the composition and the wow factor?
Wow. Well, his helicopter pilot called in sick that day.
But the building behind him didn't.
Yeah, and what Robert's saying, that's one of the reasons why I think that Lee's black and white picture, that worked so well with perspective. He was up high on a roof, and that perspective, just reimagining that image taken at water level, I don't think would have had anywhere near the impact that it had from the higher elevation that he shot it from.
Right.
Tori's photo too.
Yeah, Tori's photo of that did. You're
yes,
right.
Same thing with Tori's photo from the top of the parking garage.
Anything else on this one?
No.
All right. Next one is blending the old with the new. This one is Karen's, and the score is 22.
Welcome to the club, Karen.
Not a cityscape to me.
Yep. Fascinating architectural abstract.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this one again, I'm like, get rid of the sky. Do this.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool. All right, next one is City View. And this one is also Karen's, and the score is 23.1.
Now, Karen, you did a bit better by adding the reflections in there.
Yes.
Which gives me a sense of depth about a cityscape more than the last one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I told Diana, she was texting me, and I said, wait till you see mine. I focus more on the building.
That's what you get for trying to be different, Karen.
Yep.
What I like about this one is there's so much for the eye to enjoy. I mean, all sorts of different things, and they all work well together.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is this left side is a little, I don't know, to me, it's too dull compared to everything else. Maybe you need to lessen it a little bit.
It's very interesting, though. You can look at that picture for a long time and you see new things.
You've got all these different
New
reflections.
angles.
Yeah.
But here's what I want you to know, Karen, that's clever. All of the buildings that you feature, that the 2 buildings that were here, the 3 buildings that were featured here, are cut off. You don't see the top. Yet inside the reflections, you see the top of 3 buildings.
Yeah, that's cool.
Isn't that weird that works on this one and then the other one with the buildings cut off didn't?
That's because you've got 3 cut off here. You got more cut off.
See, all of the buildings here are cut off.
Yeah.
But all the reflections are not showing the top.
Yeah. No, it works for me. I was just saying it's funny how it feels so different.
Yeah,
that's because this is more evenly, it's more balanced.
It's not only the reflection of the buildings, that reflection of the clouds in the building at the right is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts of things in there for the eye to feast on. It's an excellent image.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can I address something not to do with this picture, but a very telling comment that I heard Diana make a minute ago about that's what you get for trying to be different. And so I'd like to point something out about that. With it, part of the reason of an assignment is to give you some constraints to work within, which becomes more of a challenge. It's very easy to say, this is the assignment, but I'm going to be different. It's more of a challenge to work within the framework of the assignment and meet the assignment, and yet still have something that has a wow factor and gets attention. In Robert and I, as professional photographers, get assignments from clients. The most surefire way to not get paid is to say, I'm going to be different.
Absolutely.
To do something different. The challenge of an assignment, whether it's for money or for something like this, is to work within the framework of the assignment and yet still come up with something that really works.
I guess I need to have a better understanding of what a cityscape is.
When it comes to professional photography, one of my favorite concepts is that Americans know more about food than they do about photography, and they buy 2 million McDonald's hamburgers a year. So that should tell you right there what you're selling to. So in most cases, and I'm sure some of you other pros have found that some of your art directors aren't much better. So that's just the nature of the business.
Okay, guys, we got to move on. It's almost 9 o'clock. This one is Golden Hour on the Rails.
It's not a
This one is Diana's, and the score is 22.
Again, this falls in the line of city life.
Yeah, I agree. I saw this as a story about the streetcar, the streetcar line. Even the title mentions that. yeah, we've got the intersection with the streetcar going through, the traffic lights, the street sign. And this is one again where there is a skyline there, and the skyline is the backdrop to the actual story that's being told.
My actual comment is it's more about the streetcar than the buildings. That's what I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Montreal.
Again, you know, that's the thing. If the assignment were, you know, show us the vibe of the city, show us the culture of a city, you know, city culture, city vibe. If that were the assignment, this would be something that would nail it.
Yeah. Next one is Montreal. This is Frank's, and the score is 24.1.
I want to get rid of the light on the right.
Yeah. What is that white
I
stuff
mean, on the
ground?
left. The light on the left.
Oh, that's what's showing off that snow flying.
Yeah, you
right
can't get
there.
rid of that light.
You're talking about the light. You're talking about the street light on the left,
Yeah, it's just
or the lamp. Mm.
Yeah.
That's called a practical. That explains why you've got those shadows and all that hard light, bright light in the side, and it's beautiful the way it tapers off across from left to right, and that beautiful reflection in the dome is awesome.
Yeah, Bob is. I agree with Bob on that about about the practical there. The my thing on this, it's even in color, it's almost such a gorgeous monochrome that I would just love to see the red taken out of the Marriott sign up there. It keeps the
way
red
too strong.
Takes
way too strong.
Oh wow, there
That's
it
even
is.
better.
You don't know how much I toned it down from what it really was.
Right? You did not tone it enough for Jim.
I do enough for or you, but that's fine. Yeah. Now it is a monochrome image, and I don't like it, but that's okay.
Well, even just like I say, taking the red down more, because even in, like I say, the colors that were there, I had no problem with that. I don't need to see it go into a full monochrome. It's just I don't need to. I don't need to see that. I liked the subtle colors that were in it, but the red is just the red's not subtle. Everything else is gorgeous, subtle color. I could deal with that.
Len, put that back and just reduce the red on inside your hue saturation.
Yeah, just the red, the red slider. Yeah,
on the saturation, just the red one.
Yeah,
that's it. And
so
everything
we still have
else
the color
remains
there,
the same.
and now it's in line with the subtlety of all the other colors that are there. Because I liked the color, you know, I did like the color, the subtle, you know, pastel tones in this. That was the only thing that was, you know, out of whack with the rest of that.
I think with the color in there, it makes it feel more gloomy.
Yeah, it makes it feel like night, because in the movies, that's what they end up doing. They shoot during the day and they shoot it for night, and that's how they do it, is make everything look blue. And this is more subtle, way more subtle than what they do in the movies.
Yeah.
This is night.
Yeah, that, see right there like that. Oh, you know, I say it's a beautiful image, very beautiful image. I really like that one.
Next one is A Night in the City. This one is Mark's, and the score is 24.9.
That's not Tampa.
I absolutely love
Not South Dakota either.
or Montana.
That's just Sean looking out my back door. I mean, what do you
Brian was making a comment.
I love this photo very much, but the building in the lower left-hand corner is too bright, and it needs to be toned down so it doesn't take your eye away from the spectacularness beyond it, in my view.
Yeah, that one jumps out of that black hole at you on the edge of the frame. The other thing you could do, Lynn, is level the horizon.
Well, they did that, but maybe. Okay.
What city is this?
This is New York. It's shot from the Empire State Building.
Ah.
And stuff shot back towards the Statue of Liberty and One World Trade Center. The thing that gets me with it is there's the one building there sort of on the left that's just completely black. There's no lights in it, so it looks like a dark hole there.
Oh, yeah.
Just no, not that one. Up.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, that one right there is just a black hole there. But
Is
it's
that
just
an
a building.
unoccupied building?
I guess I don't remember what it was, but it was just that. But there was absolutely no lights on it whatsoever.
My major problem with this, and it is major, is that you did not put the Milky Way in here.
I thought about it, but it was still, you still got just a little bit of the sunset light going on there. So
Yeah.
But
You
I
should
got a
have
couple
waited.
Milky Way pictures that I could crop in there.
No, it needed to be natural, so you needed to turn off all the city lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that
You
the
won't be able
next
to see
time
the
I'm
Milky
there.
Way in New York. Right. Moving on. So reset that one. This one is Las Vegas. This is Lee's, and the score is 25.
Wow.
Even got FIFA on the ball.
This is another spectacular shot, but if it was mine, I would get rid of the streetlights on the very bottom, the ones that are bright down there, that are, just partially showing.
Or show more of them, more of that in order to balance it, instead of cutting it off like that. I could use a little bit more on the bottom.
A little more of the street lights?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because you have lights. It's not like the one of the shots where you just had just pure darkness there on a water shot. You got those lights, and those lights can be balanced with more lights.
What's
And
this
just
right
as
here?
the shot prior, that's a beam of light coming from the bottom of the building.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's the
Luxor.
spotlight on the Luxor.
Oh, okay.
That's the Luxor pyramid
Oh, that's
light.
right. It's coming out. The Luxor is behind this one. It's right here.
Yes, the Luxor is
Yep.
behind the Mandalay Bay from
Yeah.
from that view. Yeah. Now, I would wonder though. You're talking about more in the foreground there, where I see those tall streetlights. I would imagine they might be illuminating like a shopping center or something like that. That if you put more into the foreground, you might suddenly have a big shopping mall or something right there where those lights are.
Yeah, that's what it was doing. That's what was there. Is it was more of those tall lights that are at the bottom. That's why I cut it off.
Yeah, I don't know what's there, and
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Exactly what Jim just said.
Okay, so Jim is always right,
Just so get rid of all the lights.
Yeah, but that's really nice how that from that angle it stands against the mountains like that.
Yeah.
And doesn't actually intersect with the sky. It's set up. The mountains are set up like a frame for that separate it from the sky. That's very nice.
Where were you taking this from, Lee?
A friend of mine's house. That was a view from her backyard.
Oh wow!
It was about 20 minutes off the strip.
Did you take this in June just before you went to Death Valley to fry?
Well, it's while I was out there. We did Las Vegas last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we spent 2 days in that area.
This one is Colorful Main Street. This is Roy's, and the score is 23.5.
A nice photo with nice colors, but not really a cityscape to me. I don't know.
The city recedes from that one dominant building with the colors in the front.
That's kind of like the one from New York, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering.
It doesn't have any taxi cabs in front of it, but but very similar. I understand what you're saying.
Actually, well, I guess you took the cars out because that's a little desolate looking.
Robert?
Yeah. You remember the shot earlier that I believe Kathy shot? earlier with the Montana,
Yeah.
it has a similar feel to it. So yes, it is a cityscape. Yes, but what else is there in that you're giving me? Not much more than a row of buildings. So I think if I'm gonna do this, and I wasn't there, and I have no idea what the person had to go through, but give me that entire block on the left-hand side as well as the receding line.
Well, the issue with that would be is this is half of the photo. And when I included the buildings on the left, then that building became prominent in the subject matter, and it became the center of the photo, not a cityscape. And so
Think about what you're saying now. You want me to go all the way down on the right-hand side, correct?
no, I want you to come back from the back and come up to the front to the prominent building in the front with all those buildings leading up to it.
Well, you're saying now, let me get understanding. You want me to start at the back. So what's in the back that's wowing me to bring me to the front?
It's just the perspective line coming up.
Correct. So it becomes more of a perspective rather than a cityscape.
All right.
By giving me the prominent building, it sort of completes that curvature that leads me down, because there's nothing down at the end of this row on the right hand side that makes me even want to go there. You have all of these beautiful colors in the foreground, yellows, reds, blues, and that's garnering my attention. There's nothing on the right hand side corner that's holding my attention.
All right.
So why not give me more of that building in the front, and then let the fall off, let the ending, the footnote, the period be that perspective?
Well, this was one of the two where I had this whole building and buildings on the left. But again, that colorful building took up over half of the photo. So I felt that I would be falling into not a cityscape, but a building photo.
Yeah, I can see that. I can hear what you're saying.
So the next photo you'll see it was a little different.
Let's go to that one. This one is City Sunset, and this one's Royce's as well, as 23.5.
Now, let me address this one. This has got the cityscape. Yes, I as with all of the photographs, but you see how this left-hand side is very, very heavy with really, really nice tall buildings, and the right-hand side abruptly falls off after the main building. Yes, it falls off right there. Now we have an imbalance. So in order not to have imbalance, what we do is we give it space, which means we give it a little bit more to the right, a little more area to the right in order to balance what's actually going on. The abrupt fall off is making this an imbalance. And it happened with that photograph that Lourdes had earlier. Same way.
Well, and in this case, I'm trying to follow the rules of thirds, where I put the predominant building on the right third of the photograph to try to balance the photograph using rules of third.
Now, I want you to hear me clearly. I would like for you, the rules of thirds applied way back when. I want you to think about it more as a suggestion than a rule. That gives you a little more leeway to be creative.
No.
The word was no?
I'm sorry, my dog is here.
Oh.
My name is Sydney.
Does that help?
Yes, that does help.
Even with this building over here?
Now I'd come in on that little piece over there just to so it got into the white edge. I mean the light edge of that. And then apply a transform on it. No, go back out. You can go back out a little bit. Yeah, sure. That's good. Now do a transform on it.
A transform.
Yeah, go to the auto transform.
Yeah,
there you go. That building straightened up.
Yeah.
You see, now I don't have to look down at the building down there, and I have a lot better balance now. Now, what I'd like for you to do, one last thing on this, bring the contrast up, the exposure down slightly. Give it more of an evening feel. And tell me if those blues and yellows don't stand out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They sure do.
Yep. Anything else, Jim?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, on to general, guys. It's getting late.
Before people start dropping off, I just wanted to say one other advantage I've learned tonight about judging is it forces you to commit to what you think about a photograph before you hear a score or anybody else saying anything. And I've learned a lot tonight from things that I missed or didn't see or saw and other people didn't. And it was very educational.
Yep.
Glad to hear
why
that,
we
Brian.
asked you to do it. All right, this is general. The first one is reaching. This one is Patricia Benhams, and the score is 22.3.
Now, Patricia. Is Patricia here?
I don't think so.
Okay. This image is very emotional to me. And I think it has a lot of impact with its presentation. Now, I can strengthen the colors and such and recrop it, but I wanted Patricia to know that Patricia is on the right track.
I agree very much so.
Yeah.
I was very impacted by this image, when it came up, and I looked at it with the emotional impact of seeing what's going on with these people and these hands, and especially in a couple of cases, the disconnected arms and hands that are appearing there. That's that very very intriguing and and I can't even put my finger on it as to why that hits me emotionally, but it does.
Because it looks like people reaching out for help to me. That's the way
looks like something from a horror movie or something.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
people are trapped trying to get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, all of those are valid. Yeah.
Make the crop a little better. If it had too much stuff, it takes you away from what's important here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one is Before the Storm. This is Leslie's, and the score is 23.8.
Leslie, I'm going to kill you.
Uh-oh.
I am going to kill you.
Uh-oh. I don't want to be killed.
All right. I would like for you to take that tree and that thing, that other building out of there.
That's a
Actually,
bobcat. That's a bobcat.
I went back and forth about the tree, the tractor machine I left because of the hay.
And no need.
Be careful over there by that tree. You might get sucked into the interdimensional void that I see next to it.
Here.
Zoom in on that.
There's a little void there. She got rid of the pole.
What the hell is that?
No. We're not in Kansas.
Apparently,
anymore.
there used to be a power line pylon there, and now there's an interdimensional portal.
Well, you can take this. You can take this into Photoshop and the remove tool. And if you drop down the menu, it says remove the wires. It takes out all the wires.
Well, you say that. I didn't see those wires. I didn't see them.
You got put in the interdimensional portal though.
Well, it looks like you took out that the power pole, and what I found out with doing that is you do the remove the first time and you get the bad effect, then you go back with the remove tool and you remove it a second time, and it will clear up the artifact there. That it created.
Yes, really needs.
I didn't recognize that as I just thought it was piece
This
of
is
a
the
dead.
woman that works on wires.
No, I didn't, because I took the wires out on the right side. I saw them, but I didn't even see those.
Yeah, you
I
should have
didn't
got rid of these posts too.
Yeah.
That's not where the wires were.
I love the
Get
texture
rid of
on
these
that.
things sticking up.
Yeah. So anyway.
But this
Okay.
is so cool. These big bales of
Mm-hmm.
hay
Hey,
like
that's
that.
Missouri. That's my cell tower days.
I love the
Wait.
texture on the hay.
But you say take the machine and the tree out?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of this. The
Okay.
wires and
Mhm.
the tree, and the interdimensional portal and the bobcat.
And if you look, if
see
you
the
look to the
wires.
right side over in the clouds over there, you can see the other end of the interdimensional portal, I guess, where
Right
you
here.
pop out the other side, right? Yeah. Right. No, actually, click right there where those lines come down and meet the clouds. There. Oop. There. See it?
Right here.
Yeah, the artifact.
Just right there, right where
Yeah.
your hand was.
I better make it
Yeah,
bigger.
there, above the
Oh, right
white
here.
clouds. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, I gotta make it bigger. My eyes are terrible.
Yeah, well, Leslie, I'll let you know that yours aren't the only eyes that are terrible. I didn't see any of that stuff when I viewed it.
All right, guys, on to the next one. This is Watchmen. This is Patricia's, and the score is 22.4.
What's the halos over there in the back end of that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, and there's double halos on this
Yeah.
one. There's the widespread, contrast halos, and then there's the narrow sharpening halo combined with it.
Yeah, it looks like it's been over sharpened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a little tight on the left. I would have liked to see more sky over there.
Yeah.
This one is Animated Conversation. This is Richards, and the score is 21.4.
Richard, let me tell you why.
Wow.
You ready for it, Richard? Richard left?
He's not ready.
He's talking, but he's muted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, Richard.
Yeah, why?
What's destroying this is all of that white vehicle back there.
Mm.
It is sucking up the air in this photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is taken away from the expression, the hand, the whole nine, because it's so white and bright.
And I'm like, this person's butt right here too.
Yeah, that was the secondary issue for me behind the car. Is like, okay, once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it anymore.
So I'm not sure if that hand is about to slap the lady or the. So I know where you were going with this, and I know what the expression, but just imagine that being a very dark area behind it, and these two ladies standing out, just popping out of the scene, doing that same thing without the butt, by the way. The glasses hanging out, the attitude of the hands on the hips. The disdain look for the lady that's arguing with her, all of that is prominent.
Yeah.
The car in the background is killing it.
Okay, I did darken it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the hands play a really big role in this, and that's the reason why when you see mimes, their face is white and their hands are white because the hands are so expressive. And here you can see it. And you can see the arthritis in the one lady's fingers. She is definitely upset, but they each express those hands without seeing the lady's face. This other lady's face, you can tell that the other lady is really upset.
Yeah.
What I saw when I shot this was the light, and not so much the light in the background. I saw the light of the hair, the light on the hand, the light on the woman on the right side. I was paying attention to that. I even darkened the butt too. So
yeah, you got a great kicker.
I didn't want to take it out. That was there.
Yeah, you got a great kicker on that, and you have that up against the dark background at the same time.
Can you
Look
remove
behind me?
the
That's
butt?
exactly what I'm doing right today. That's exactly what I'm doing with all these lights.
Can you remove the butt?
Yeah, you have to remove it somehow or darken it. But yeah, see, with the dark, I went crazy with darkening the background, but they just pop out when you do that because all you see before is the cars. Oh. This one is Jack. This is Bob's. And the score
This
is
is
22.7.
Yeah, what this is just shown as an example. I don't photograph babies. I took this only because Grandma prevailed on me. She's on a sheet of plywood on 6 5-gallon buckets with a shiny board on it, like behind her. And I turned around to get the camera, and I look back, and she's putting these stuffed toys there, and the blocks on the belly, and Jack's in there. His fists are coming through, nearly knocks him off. And I was tempted to say, I'm not going to take the shot, but there's an old adage, beauty's in the eye of the checkbook holder. I took the shot, gave it to her. And then 4 weeks later, I hadn't heard from them about the newborn shoot. And so I called her, and she explained to me, well, she went into postpartum depression and hasn't held Jack for 4 weeks. And all I could see was Jack's hands just reaching out, Mama, where are you? So I told her, I've got a shoot coming up 4 days. I'm not going to be around. And if we don't do this soon, Jack's going to be shaving. I got a call back an hour later. She said she's holding Jack. One of the points of this photo is that is the power of photography. We think of it making pretty pictures or touching people, but that touched Jack's life. And that's the second photo I didn't show here because I have a photo. You won't usually see newborn shoots with a low key. I hung some black velvet up on the wall with gaffer tape, had her sit in front of it, and she's got black bags under her eyes. Her hairs are dark, bounced the light off the side, lit Jack's face, and she's in the shadow, somewhat in the shadow. She's the secondary, he's the star of the show. So I took the black velvet off and looked at that and said, what could I do with that? I put it on the floor, brought over a floor lamp, metered it, got up on a chair, got the exposure and the focusing done, had to bring Jack over, push his feet in, put his arm out. And that led to the next shot that is the real point of this. If you could go to the next shot.
You don't want to hear it, could you?
Yeah, and the point of this shot is when you're looking at something, and I talked about the Chihuly people inspiring and getting you into that zone. When you look at something, if you listen, it will speak to you. And Jack inspired this photo before he was even born. And then another meaning to this as well is that you're going to hear people say, well, I didn't take any photos because every photo has been taken. And I guarantee you've never seen this photo before. And you might not even understand what it is unless I explain, that Jack was doing this, and it's called "I'm going to knock your block off," and you're going to hear people say that. And there's a word a photographic term that I am familiar with for people that say that, and that's bullshit. And so basically, the whole point of this shot is when you're looking at something, if you listen. Cartier-Bresson talks about the eye, the mind, and the heart coming together, but he never really explained how that works. When you see something, if you're really listening, if you're really looking, let that come in and go to your heart and work on all that experience you have. As writers, we're trained that every person has a story. That's a tip of the iceberg. Everyone in here has thousands of stories stored in their mind that are meaningful to them. If you can learn to tap into those and then take all these techniques you're learning here through these various shoots, then you are going to make shots that are unique to you and never been seen before. And this shot, I guarantee you, nobody's ever seen this shot before. And that's pretty much the summary on the shot.
Jim, Robert?
Bob, on the composite portion, reduce the black on it.
Okay. Yeah, actually I kicked it up afterwards. It's funny you'd say that.
Yeah, no, reduce the black. It'll get it. The black is giving me a harshness about the inside of her body.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted that black because if it's in there, there's no light.
Yes, but that's counter to the fact that you are lighting the kid, though.
Right, right. But remember, this isn't reality. This is almost another surreal image like my last one that I showed.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Anything else? All right. That's it for tonight, guys.
Oh, we finished on under 9:30. That's good. For the amount of images.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Good
everybody.
night. Good night, everyone.
Hope to
Good
see
night,
you all
everybody.
next. Well, see you on Saturday morning
On
at
Saturday.
3 p.m. and then again next Thursday for our final special presentation for the year.
Good night.
Awesome. Some great photos too. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.